Hi ladies, this is my first resistance band workout on YouTube, so I'm excited about this. I'm excited to bring it to you. I'm focusing on triceps and biceps for this video. So if you have any questions, hit them in the comment. If you have any suggestions of workouts that you'd like to see me do, shoot those in my comments as well. Hit subscribe and let me know that you like it so that I can get better in helping you. So I'm going to start with a concentration curl, a bicep concentration curl. So you can use a loop band for this, and you can do this concentration curl like that. If you don't have a loop band, if you have a band with a handle, all of these exercises can be done with a loop, with a band with a handle, or with one of the larger loops as well. Very versatile, easy to do with the equipment that you have if you have bands or dumbbells. So this is a concentration curl. What I'm going to do, I'm on a step stool because that's what's comfortable for me and it's the height that I like. You just put your foot in front of you, brace your elbow into your knee. So with your concentration curl, you're going to grab your band on your handle on your band, and you're going to lean into it slightly so your chest is down, my head's upright, my chest is facing a little bit towards the ground. So I'm going to lean into it, brace myself, and I'm going to do 3 sets of 10. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then halfway, it's feeling really good. 7, 8, 9, 10. So on the next one, I'm going to go ahead and finish this set. I'm going to get to the other side. On the next one, I think I'm going to challenge myself a little more. I feel like I could go a little heavier with that. So I'm going to dip into this one, get myself set up, lean into it. Again, I'm nice and braced. The band at the bottom has some resistance on it, so I don't feel terribly unchallenged at the bottom of this exercise. So it's up 1, a little bit more, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, halfway, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a good way to determine if you've got a good squeeze at the top of this exercise is when you bring that into a fully contracted position. You can kind of feel your fingers in between your bicep and your forearm, so you get a nice squeeze right there, and then you can feel the bicep working in the downward throughout that downward motion. So I'm going to go back to the other side. And again, I'm going to give myself just a little more challenge on this right arm. So you can see I've got very little resistance at the bottom of this band. So I'm going to bring it up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep breathing, 9, 10, squeeze. Other side. Switch it over, elbow into that knee, squeeze it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give it a good squeeze. Bring it on down. Another way to challenge yourself on these, this is our last set on this bicep curl, is to slow down the tempo. And the next exercise that I'm going to do, I'm actually going to slow the tempo down just a little bit to give us a little bit of a, it's a regular bicep curl, upright and standing, but as opposed to just doing the bicep curl, I'm going to shoot in a very slow tempo, and that's going to challenge that muscle in the contracted position really good. So these exercises are for tone and muscle growth. So I'm a bodybuilder, so growth is my primary focus and not losing the muscle mass that I have. So this is our last set on these concentration curls. So again, I've got a nice resistance at the bottom on this band, and I'm gonna curl it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it around to the other side. Last one on this side. Good resistance. Squeeze it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another way to challenge yourself a little more with that concentration curl is to pulse it at the top. You can also challenge yourself by doing 21s with that exercise. So there's so many things you can do that would take hours to go through. So for this particular exercise, I'm going to leave it at that on those concentration curls. So I'm going to jump right into our bicep curl. So I'm standing on the band, both feet on the band. You can also just do one foot on the band. So you can do your curls in this manner. But I'm gonna go out just a little bit and give myself a little bit more challenge on this. And I'm gonna go a little wider. So this is a wide bicep curl. So we're not in here, we're actually out, palms are facing up. And we're gonna slow it down and do a 2-1, 2-1 tempo. So it looks like this. Chest is upright, my abs are nice and tight. Elbows are to my side, palms up. So I'm gonna squeeze 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So at the bottom, I'm not letting my arms completely relax. I'm keeping resistance on the band so I can keep the challenge on my muscle. So it's 1, 2, squeeze, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, good, 1, 2, 1. So we're halfway. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Good, keep going. 1, 2, squeeze, 1, 2, down. Squeeze it up, 1, 2, squeeze it there, 1, 2. And I've lost count because I was focusing on the squeeze. So let's do one more. 1, 2, squeeze, 1, 2, relax. A little back history, a little backstory for you. I started bodybuilding when I turned 49. I'm 54 now. And so I've been a pro bodybuilder for 4 years. And before that I did, you name it, I did it. CrossFit, mountain biking, I did all kinds of stuff. You know, I ran. I think everybody's done a little bit of cardio, but I did run for a couple of years as well. So it was a difficult transition for me to go from a runner to a bodybuilder, to focus on building muscle as opposed to burning calories, burn. So that's a little quick backstory. So I'm gonna go back into our bicep curl. So you're gonna get back into your position. Again, if you've got one foot on, same movement, or you can put both feet on that band, shoulders back and down. So from the side, it looks like this. I'm in a neutral, nice upright position. My abs are nice and tight, shoulders are back, and I'm gonna bring my arms, palms out, squeeze it up. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 5. Halfway. Good. 6, 7, 8. Keep going, one more. Squeeze it at the top. Good. Rest for a few seconds. So this bicep and tricep is a very good, very challenging workout for, for people who are trying to tone muscle, or trying to build muscle and just maintain the muscle mass that you have. Again, I know right now it's a very challenging time trying to keep things up and moving. So you've got time to focus on your body right now. I know everyone's at home. Most people are. There are a few people working, very fortunate people. So here we go. This is our last set on the wide curl. Elbows in. 1, 2, 1. Good. 1, 2, 2. Good. 1, 2, 3. Good. Squeeze it. 4. 1, 2, 5. Keep your abs nice and tight. 6. Don't let your shoulders round. Keep your posture upright. 7. Good. 1, 2, 8. 2 more. 9. Nice. You should feel a nice pump about now. 10. Good. So that was our 30 sets of the wide curl. So I'm going to give ourselves a little bit of a rest. So I'm going to do a drag curl on our last bicep focus. The elbows actually come up and you squeeze. This is what it looks like from the side. You squeeze right through here. So the elbows come down, squeeze. Elbows down, squeeze. So it's not a row. You're not leading with the elbows. You're pulling from the bicep, pulling your hands into your bicep. So it's a squeeze at the top. So you're squeezing your forearm to your bicep, only you're at the side. So sometimes it can turn into a row. So if you can just remember that you're not working your back, you're not leading through your elbows, you're actually pulling from your bicep. So it's a very focused movement. So if your shoulders down, abs in, you're gonna bring the band up. So think about bringing the band up and squeezing in. Bringing the band up. Good. Bring that band up. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just like that. 7, 8, 9. Keep going. 10. Good. If you feel your traps engaging, then you're going more into a row. You might feel your traps begin to engage a lot if you're in that row position. So stand upright and bring those palms in and up. In and up. So from the front, looks like this. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze it in. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 9, 10. Good. Last set, we'll go into the drag. All right, even yourself up with the band. So we're gonna squeeze it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here, if you can think about squeezing, again, the bicep to the forearm. So there's where your work is, right there in that contracted position. Down, squeeze, down, squeeze, down. Good. 2 more. 1, 2. I lost count on that, so we probably did more than 10. So now we're going to jump to triceps. We're going to do an overhead press. So this, you can still use the same handle band. I want to say this is probably a 30-pound resistance. So you can either stand on the band and you can do your overhead press up, up, just like so, up. So it's mimicking a pulley system when you would do your overhead press on a pulley. Okay, so we're gonna keep our abs nice and tight, press that up. From the front, it looks like this. Get that band under my foot. Get the press up, my elbow stays nice and stationary, up. Hand comes across the back of my head, and I'm pressing up. Pressing up, up. Okay? So we're going to go to the other side. Step on that band. And I'm going to hold it down for a little more resistance so I get a little more work out of it. So it's across and over, up, up. Keep the abs nice and tight. Make sure your shoulder stays back and down. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. And keep going, because that tricep's not burnt out yet. Our biceps are a little tired, but our triceps just starting to work. So I'm going to stand on it again. Get my handle. All right. Give myself a little more drag on that band. Let me get right here. There we go. Abs are in. Pull that band down a little bit more. Bring that arm up. Press. 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 So from the front, it looks like this. Abs nice and tight. Shoulders back. Press it up. Keep that elbow stationary. Try not to let it bounce around. Get all that work in the tricep. So we've got 2, 1. Okay, jump to the other side. Keep going. Now, if you have to, even if you've started out with a greater resistance on your band, you can reduce the resistance if you need to. If you've rested 30 seconds and you're, still struggling to get that up with good form, go ahead and decrease the band resistance and you can keep going with that really good form. So bodybuilding is, we're extremely attentive to form because we want to make sure that we're working the muscle that we're intending to work. Because if you're not working that muscle and focusing on the muscle that you want to grow, then you don't get the growth that you want. So 3, 2, 1. Great. All right, we're gonna hit the right side one more time. Last set. So again, we've got 10 on this side and 10 on the other side. And so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. One more time. Opposite side. Finish strong on this side. All right. Grab a hold of that band in the back. I want to give myself a little more resistance. Boom, right there. 2, abs in. 3, 4, watch your posture. 5, make sure you're hitting the tricep. Keep the elbow still. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yay! This one, I like to use a smaller loop. This is a 20-pound resistance band. So also, I'll take a quick break and I'll explain something to you about bands. With resistance bands, they are not all created equal. So, you know, just because I say red doesn't mean that the red band that you have is the same weight as mine. So I buy, and I have always bought, bands that are weighted. So the resistance is tested, the company knows how much resistance the bands are, and then they write them on the band, or they write them in the information that you receive with the bands. So this one is 20 pounds. I've used it so much that it's completely worn off, but I know it's a 20-pound band. I've had this one for a couple of years. So I'm gonna use 20. You could also use a 10-pound or a 5-pound band, or they do make light bands, which are a pound, maybe something like that, which is a really good one to start with. And then as you become stronger and your muscles begin to develop and you grow and your strength changes, then you can invest in some weighted bands, so you know what the challenge is, and you also know what you can increase to incrementally. So weight is going to go up as far as resistance goes, so you can kind of measure that as well. So I'm going to go into a press down. So I'm using my loop band, 20 pounds. So I'm going to place my left arm onto just about my shoulder right here, just to give it a position of holding that band still, so I can begin to do the press down on this one. So from the side, my abs are tight, my shoulders are back, so I'm not like this, I'm actually upright and stable. Press down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. You just keep the band in the hand, bring that arm over, palm the other side. 1, abs tight. 2, shoulders back. 3, 4, on the side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you keep that elbow positioned, stable. Remember, it's just the forearm that's moving, so that's one set. You can rest in between these sets 30 seconds, or in between the reps, 15 to 30 seconds, and in between the sets, a minute. You don't want to rest too much more than that, otherwise your muscles begin to kind of cool down and you lose the burn that you're trying to get and the pump that you're trying to get. So again, I'm going to my right side. This is our second set. 1, 2, and to increase this, the challenge in this, remember, this is 5. You can increase the band weight. 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Boom. Just like this. 1, 2, 3. Ab check. Keep the abs in. 5, 6, 7. Remember to keep your shoulders upright. 9, 10. So what you don't want to do is be rolling forward and trying to press this back, because you're not going to get optimal tricep work out of that, and you're reinforcing poor posture. So here's our last set on this. Across, we're going for the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, this is a push down. 8, 9, 10. So as you're pushing that band, you're pushing it down towards the floor, okay? That's our last set on the push downs. So my final exercise is a push back. So a little bit of a kick back. Same band. You can use the loops, you can use the longer loops, you just double them up. Or you just lessen the, if you can't do the double band on the loop, then you can just wrap them around each other like so. If that's still too much, then you just hold the band like this. So where there's a will, there's a way, right? We will make it happen. So this is a tricep kickback. So from the side, it's the same position as the press down that we just did, but we're gonna lean slightly, abs nice and tight, remember, shoulders are down, and we're gonna kick back. So I'm gonna bring this band up a little bit so I can give myself a little more tension and resistance. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. My palm is facing toward my body. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch sides just like this. Palm facing in, lean in a little bit, abs tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, 7, good, 8, 9, 10. Bring it around. You can, like I said before, you can rest between these 15 to 30 seconds. You, if you can continue with good form and you're feeling really good, then you could just boom, go right into it. So I'm gonna go ahead into our second set. Remember, I'm coming up a little more to give myself a little more challenge at the bottom. So I'm gonna lean into it, abs nice and tight, kick back. 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, good, 7, keep going, 8, 9, 10, switch sides, bring that arm up, place it down, we'll start right into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Yay! So, a little tidbit. Any of these exercises, you can challenge them greater with greater resistance. With a dumbbell, you can do any of them with a dumbbell. You can do any of them with the loop band or the handle band. And also, you know, for a little more challenge, you can pulse any of these exercises at the top. And the top being the full extension of that movement. You can pulse, you know, add 5 pulses to it and give yourself a little challenge. So every week that you're doing this, if you do these for 3 to 4 weeks, and then I begin to change my routine. I do the same, I follow the same routine, and I have my clients follow the same routine for 3 to 4 weeks. We don't change it up unless it's just to challenge more with a greater weight or greater resistance. And that's so you can connect with that muscle and feel and grow that muscle from that particular exercise, and then we move on to a whole different routine. If you like this video and you'd like to see some more, subscribe, and I will definitely be putting some more content out.